Book 16. Definitions of Asclepius to King Ammon on God, matter, vice, fate, the sun, intellectual essence, divine essence, mankind, the arrangement of the plenitude, the seven stars, and mankind according to the image. I have sent you a long discourse, my king, as a sort of reminder or summary of all the others. It is not meant to agree with vulgar opinion, but contains much to refute it. That it contradicts even some of my own discourses will be apparent to you. My teacher, Hermes, often speaking to me in private, sometimes in the presence of Tat, used to say that those reading my books would find their organization very simple and clear, when on the contrary it is unclear and keeps the meaning of its words concealed. Furthermore, it will be entirely unclear, he said, when the Greeks eventually desire to translate our language to their own, and thus produce in writing the greatest distortion and unclarity. But this discourse, expressed in our paternal language, keeps clear the meaning of its words. The very quality of the speech and the sound of Egyptian words have in themselves the energy of the objects they speak of. Therefore, my king, insofar as you have the power, who are all-powerful, keep the discourse uninterpreted, lest mysteries of such greatness come to the Greeks, lest the extravagant, flaccid, and as it were, dandified Greek idiom extinguish some stately and concise, the energetic idiom of Egyptian usage. For the Greeks have empty speeches, O king, that are energetic only in what they demonstrate, and this is the philosophy of the Greeks, an inane foolosophy of speeches. We, by contrast, use not speeches but sounds that are full of action. This established, I shall open the discourse by invoking God, the Master, Maker, Father, and Container of the whole universe, the All who is one, and the One who is all. For the plenitude of all things is one, and is in one, not because the one duplicates itself, but because both are one. Keep to this meaning carefully, my king, through the whole length of my discourse. If anyone sets his hand against what seems to be all, and one, and identical, and tries to part it from the one, taking the term all to mean multitude rather than plenitude, he will be doing the impossible, breaking the all apart from the one and destroying the all. For all must be one, if in fact one exists as it does and never ceases to be one, so that the plenitude is not broken apart. Look in the middlemost parts of the earth at the many founts of water and fire gushing forth. In the same place one observes three natures, those of fire, of water, and of earth, depending from one root. Hence, the earth has been believed to be a storehouse of all matter, sending forth supplies of matter and in return receiving substance from above. In this way, the craftsman, the sun, binds heaven to earth, sending essence below and raising matter above, attracting everything toward the sun and around it, offering everything from himself to everything, as he gives freely of the ungrudging light. For it is the sun whence good energies reach not only through sky and air, but even to earth, and down to the nethermost deep and abyss. But if there also exists some intellectual essence, it is the sun's mass, whose receptacle may be sunlight. Only the sun knows of what this essence is composed, or whence it flows, since by location and nature it is near to the sun. We who are forced to understand by guesswork do not observe it. But a vision of the sun is not a matter of guesswork. Since it is the visual ray itself, the sun shines all around the cosmos with the utmost brilliance, on the part above and on the part below. For the sun is situated in the center of the cosmos, wearing it like a crown. Like a good driver, it steadies the chariot of the cosmos and fastens the reins to itself to prevent the cosmos going out of control. And the reins are these: life and soul and spirit and immortality and becoming. The driver slackens the reins to let the cosmos go, not far away, to tell the truth, but along with him. In this way are all things crafted. The sun portions out eternal permanence to the immortals and feeds the immortal part of the cosmos with the rising light emitted from its other side, the one that faces heavenward. But with the light held in confinement as it shines all around inside the hollow of water and earth and air, the sun enlivens and awakens, with becoming and change, the things that live in these regions of the cosmos. It brings transmutation and transformation among them, as in a spiral, when change turns one thing to another, from kind to kind, from form to form, crafting them just as it does the great bodies. For the permanence of every body is change. In an immortal body, the change is without dissolution. In a mortal body, there is dissolution. And this is what distinguishes immortal from mortal, mortal from immortal. Just as the sun's light is continuous, so also, both in location and supply, does its fecundity continue on and on without cease. Around the sun are many troops of demon-looking like battalions in changing array. They are not far from their mortals, though they dwell with mortals. From on high they have been assigned the territory of mankind, and they oversee human activity. What the gods enjoin them they effect through torrents, hurricanes, thunderstorms, fiery alterations, and earthquakes. With famines and wars, moreover, they repay irreverence. Irreverence is mankind's greatest wrong against the gods. To do good is the gods' affair. To be reverent is mankind's, and the demons' is to assist. Whatever else humans dare to do, out of error or daring or compulsion, which they call fate or ignorance, all these the gods hold guiltless. Irreverence alone is subject to judgment. For every kind, the sun is preserver and provider. Just as the intellectual cosmos that encompasses the sensible cosmos fills it by making it solid with changing and omniform appearances, so also the sun that encompasses all things in the cosmos strengthens and makes solid all of them that are generated, as it takes in those that are spent and dwindling away. The sun sets in array the troop, or rather troops of demons, which are many and changing, arrayed under the regiments of stars, an equal number of them for each star. Thus deployed, they follow the orders of a particular star, and they are good and evil according to their natures. Their energies, that is, for energy is the essence of a demon. Some of them, however, are mixtures of good and evil. They all have been granted authority over the things of the earth and over the troubles of the earth, and they produce change and tumult collectively for cities and nations, individually for each person. They reshape our souls to their own ends, and they rouse them, lying in ambush in our muscle and marrow, in veins and arteries, in the brain itself, reaching to the very guts. The demons on duty at the exact moment of birth, arrayed under each of the stars, take possession of each of us as we come into being and receive a soul. From moment to moment they change places, not staying in position, but moving by rotation. Those that enter through the body into the two parts of the soul twist the soul about, each towards its own energy. But the rational part of the soul stands unmastered by the demons, suitable as a receptacle for God. Thus, if by way of the sun anyone has a ray shining upon him in his rational part, and the totality of these enlightened is a few, the demon's effect on him is nullified. For none, neither demons nor gods, can do anything against a single ray of God. All others the demons carry off as spoils, both souls and bodies, since they are fond of the demons' energies, and acquiesce in them. And it is this love that misleads and is misled. So, with our bodies as their instruments, the demons govern this earthly government. Hermes calls this government fate. The intelligible cosmos, then, depends from God and the sensible cosmos from the intelligible. But the sun, through the intelligible cosmos, and the sensible as well, is supplied by God with the influx of good, with his craftsmanship, in other words. Around the sun are the 8 spheres that depend from it, the sphere of the fixed stars, the 6 of the planets, and the one that surrounds the earth. From these spheres depends the demons, and then, from the demons, humans. And thus all things and all persons are dependent from God. Therefore, the Father of all is God. Their craftsman is the sun, and the cosmos is the instrument of craftsmanship. Intelligible essence governs heaven, heaven governs the God, and demons posted by the gods govern humans. This is the army of gods and demons. Through them God makes everything for himself, and all things are part of God. But if all things are parts of God, then all things are God, and he makes himself in making all things. His making can never cease because he is ceaseless, and as God has no end, so his making has neither beginning nor end.